can you give me it straight from the horse's mouth?
With what I think at the moment?
No,
Well,
like,
what's the
happened?
overview from like beginning to end? Like what happened?
That's what I'm gonna be asking you because I haven't got a clue, have I?
Well, yeah, but what?
Oh no. Well, okay. Well, you need to tell me what your problem is because Stevie's told me, but I want to hear it properly, not telephone.
My biggest problem is that no one, not myself, not Michael, not any of the justices, not
Wait,
Sama,
Michael didn't know either?
No, none
Right.
of the no one knew.
Okay, so
the justices didn't know.
The justices didn't know. So this is the thing. I had to find out through a friend of mine who called and said, "Yeah, Junior, there's tanks rolling around Legion Square at the moment," and I'm like, "The fuck?"
Right,
and then I had to call 3 different people to figure out what the fuck was going on.
I can fill you in on the lead of events. So me and Knight got called down to LSPD, not as high command for BCSO as TRT, because there was a TRT op going on led by
There's a city near Nino back
and Opal. During this mission, we were collecting some cargo from Fort Zancudo, led by the Marshals, which of course is their jurisdiction. And we had to help deliver that cargo to MRPD. That was pretty much the brief of the mission that we got. We were told to turn up there today at 8 p.m. and that was it. So we turned up. Obviously helped with the mission. The mission was successful. And then I get that phone call from you. Now, me and Knight both thought that the Marshals wouldn't be, and would have informed some justices and obviously the mayors on...
I feel like I need to go to sleep.
What? No, you don't.
You definitely do. Go to sleep,
no,
please.
You don't.
Yes, he does. I don't... If you don't go to sleep right now...
I won't wake up early tomorrow, right?
No,
sleep in.
Please. No. You need to go to sleep and then someone else needs to wake up.
Maybe tomorrow. I'm really busy today, babe.
Fuck.
Pretty much though. I mean, the way it stands for me, I've spoken to Stevie. From now on, if the Marshals aren't doing their job by telling the justices and the mayors what the fuck's going on in their jurisdiction, if a mission like this ever happens again, my high command will inform you directly so that you don't have to fucking try and pull teeth from the Marshals. Me being me, thought that even though the Marshals are fucking useless dumb fucks who do absolutely fuck all, I thought that the one time that they were actually doing something, they would have done it properly. You know, since they've got all this fucking time to do nothing apart from join our pursuits, I thought they would have put real effort into the one thing they were doing.
Oh,
that's
my God.
Bad. Next time I'll inform you myself, okay?
Okay. Look, I'm not pissed that you guys are being perfectly honest. I'm mainly pissed at the Marshals. I find it so bizarre.
ACR them, no balls.
We're going to. We're filing for impeachment.
Good fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart.
I think it is very bizarre that there was no public safety alert and we just wouldn't let known that there was literally tanks rolling around.
I don't. You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you right now, and I ain't gonna chop, mince. The problem is that some of these degenerates are so like selfishly focused on their own needs that they cannot comprehend their fucking responsibility. Because if you know there is a threat and that it is going to affect both counties and the fucking state, you have to hope that you hold in that retardation of yours and say, hey, there's fucking the entire city's gonna be on fucking fire. Maybe, I don't know, inform the fucking judges and the mayors so they can advise people. But you know what it's probably gonna be? It's like, oh, but people are gonna get involved. That is not your choice, you dumb fuck. Are you a fucking marshal for the state? Or you're a fucking marshal because you think you're fucking, I don't know, fucking G.I. Joe. Shit pisses me off. It's dog shit. Who the fuck was it? Who the fuck was it?
Oh yeah, who was the one who went off duty when you tried to ask for what happened?
Gunner Kane.
Fuck! I was hoping it was Flores. I had a tiny bit of faith in Gunner Kane.
We came up to him and said, "So, is there any chance you can fill us in with what happened?" And he went and said, "Well, what do you mean?" At that point, I'd lost my fucking rag, and I went, "Are you a dumb fuck? There's tanks rolling around the place like it's World War fucking 3, you dense motherfucker."
Hell yeah, that's my mayor right there. I tell you what.
I'm actually mind blown right now that none of this was. Do people, are they that stuck in their own personal independent lives that they don't recognize that we don't belong? Like, we are serving and protecting. Like, what the fuck do we have this shit for? Is it for us to make a, like, oh my God, I'm like triggered as shit right now. Like, do they understand why? I'm gonna stop. I don't know how to word this. What it was the point of what happened today? You know what I mean, Sheriff? I ain't gonna go into detail, but what the fuck was the point?
No, I mean, you're right. Like,
what's the end goal? Why are you a cop? Why are you a marshal? What the fuck do you do when you come on duty? What? Just because you couldn't make it into a fucking gang, you decide to become a cop and try to act that way? That's what it feels like to me.
I agree. Everyone is a fucking... Listen, I'll tell you what. Everyone is a dumb fuck, but the BCSO is not as dumb fuck no more. We're fixing it. I know you aren't holding me accountable for trusting the marshals to do their job. However, I should have been smarter and thought that they weren't going to do their job and informed you.
It's not on the BCSO. It's not on the LSPD. It's purely just on the marshals. And I chased it up with Biona, and I chased it up with fucking what's his name again?
I mean, this exact
Crane.
Shit. Okay, good. This exact shit happened the other day where Flores was in here trying to overtalk fucking Knight and being a dickhead. So we told him get the fuck out of the office, and he did, like the good little boy that he is. And then we went down there and had a respectable conversation with Gunner Kane, which is why I thought I have a little bit of faith in him, but now my faith's gone.
It's just so bizarre.
It is, and it's bothering me that, like, what bothers me is even in that moment when you called me, I came to that realization, like, holy shit, you didn't even know even the inkling that something might happen.
No, none the wiser. And I had people calling me going, Junior, should I stay in my home? Should is it safe for me to go out? And I'm thinking in my head, I have not a fucking clue.
Imagine that you live in the city and you can't call your mayor, and your mayor has to say, I don't know.
And the wildest shit is that no disrespect or anything wrong with what they did, but Brittany Angel was twatting out, get some terrorist scum, and that was around the time I figured out what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
We need to fucking basically just legislate. We need to go to legislative war with these dumb fucks and fucking get rid of them.
You're saying like as if it's a war. You think they know how to write anything?
No, that's true.
When is the last time they posted some of the docket?
True. We just need to legislate these fucking thugs, these fucking gangsters with fucking tanks and no fucking brain. Dumb as these guys are. It baffles me how these guys are a department that's meant to.
We need to delete them.
Police the police, and they don't even know how
to police. They don't have common sense.
They are dumb as fuck.
It's not even a dumb thing. And I don't even want to say dumb anymore. This is a different kind of problem.
Okay, what's the word for it, Dean?
Well, dumb means like this is malicious. This is negligence, right? Dumb implies like you ain't got the IQ, which they don't got the IQ points to like make the right decision based on what Junior's saying. To like walk up to the mayors after things are done and members of the judiciary and be like, oh, wouldn't you like to like act like, wouldn't you like to know? And not even for a fucking moment be like, hey, maybe we did fuck up. You need to know what's going on. but your fucking little fucking penis brain, like your little fucking penis makes you have to walk away, right? Because you got ego checked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was more important to walk away and try to be like, do that than to inform the fucking government.
Yeah, but this is the Marshals all over. They couldn't even have a constructive conversation with me and you on a non-serious matter.
Because
really.
they think they were just handed this and that's it. Like they're special people. You know what I mean? They ain't special. Oh, they are special. I'll say that. They're very special.
Is it? You know what Flores said when he came in here, Junior, when we were trying to discuss why the fuck he's patrolling and turning up to Politos and Hewan?
Yep.
He went, damn, no, I'm not in trouble. I know I'm not in trouble.
Oh,
like,
he didn't even. Yeah, that's
dumb shit.
Jesus fucking Christ! It's this is frustrating as shit. I can't believe that. That's fucking insane. Like at least admit to being like fucking up. At least fucking admit to that.
I didn't even realize it was the Marshals leading it. Right now that you two have said the Marshals leading it, that changed the perspective on it, and it's
well.
Yeah,
I mean, yes and no. It was a joint.
It was Marshall, and it was Gunnar Kane and Opal who was leading it.
It was CID, and
it was yeah. And then obviously the point that it was being led from, Fort Zancudo, was obviously their jurisdiction, right?
I don't want to go too deep into this because this is more of like a Nino thing.
That's correct.
But it's hard to like in roleplay kind of ignore. Like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
I don't fucking know why.
Why? Like, and he went 42? Is that? Did I hear that right?
But I called him.
Is that right, Sheriff?
That's what Stevie said. Apparently, you went to question him, and he like
brother
you and went 42.
What?
Yeah,
the
he went on duty. Like we went to have a conversation with him. There's only chance you can come to City Hall. He said, "Oh, I'm about to clock off duty.
You fuck them.
Can you come down to the Marshal's office?"
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm on some energy right now. Here you go, Stevie.
Yeah, and then when we got to the Marshal's office, we started questioning him. He came in with a certain type of attitude, and then he just walked off, bro. He said, "Oh, I don't have to deal with this. You're coming in here," and I'm like, "Bro, like there was tanks kicking around the place, and you just didn't let us know." Like,
Stevie, to kind of get you, he added a couple things. He mentioned that none of the mayors knew about it. Apparently, none of the judges. And you know, I'm pretty annoyed. It to me kind of feels like, you know what it feels like? It kind of feels like you know, if the city was only the cops, you know what I mean, and we're protecting just ourselves, to just go and look at these people that are responsible for the rest of the island, the 80% of our population, you know, and not to them not being able to answer any questions, just fucking off duty. What the fuck? Like, what even is the mission for then? You know what I mean? What the fuck is the point of this shit? What are we going to use it for? To protect ourselves? Right? For who?
I would like to suggest something which I think would be quite beneficial for both Blaine County and the BCSO.
Yeah.
Frost, do you remember what I mentioned to you earlier today about a town hall? I think there's several of the San Andreas citizens wondering what the fuck is going on. And I think it would look very good for the BCSO and the mayor's office to give them a little bit of clarity, because I don't think it's fair that tanks are rolling around the place and no one knows what's going on.
That is true. I mean,
I think it's important to give that clarity.
Here's the thing. Sheriff, tell me if I'm speaking out of turn here. I don't think that decision is something that could be decided right now. That's a fucking big ask. You know what I mean?
What decision? Sorry, say that again, Junior.
Do you remember what I mentioned to you about having a town hall?
Yes.
If there's ever a time to do it, now would be a good time, because, you know, a large amount of the population are probably thinking there's tanks driving around. No one knows what's going on. And I think it'd look very good for not only the BCSO, but the mayor's office to give a little clarity on the situation and ensure that, you know, everyone's got a peace of mind.
The problem is with that is the context of why it happened very much needs to stay. I mean, yeah. What do you think, Nat?
I think that this is something that we would have to discuss internally there, because it's not that easy. And I'm gonna give you just like straight up what would happen. While I do agree with the general philosophy that the public needs to know that they're not in danger and to be reassured that. And if we can't do that bare minimum, it's negligence, it's gross, it's makes me think all kinds of nasty thoughts. However, if we just get out there and just blow our load, you're going to get pulled out of office. We're going to get pulled out of office. It's going to turn into a shit show. It needs to be done strategic. And in fact, that first suggestion you had was a good one. Now, I'm not really legal when it comes to legislative shit. All right. So I don't really know how any of those writs and all that shit is. You know, I'm not really a politician, but this sounds dangerous.
I think the problem is although procedures weren't followed and you weren't made aware, all the civilians of Los Santos needed to know was there is a situation going on. Stay safe for the next hour or two, and then, you know, another notice that it was dealt with. The problem is if we bring this to City Hall to try and justify why they weren't told, it then opens up a whole barrel of assumptions, speculations. People are going to be asking us very difficult questions to which we can't answer due to confidentiality. And I think it puts us in a much harder place. Now, do I think it's the right thing to do morally? Yes, I do. But professionally, it could, like Nat said, it could really backfire on us.
Yeah, and I think like people are going to come with some hard-hitting questions, which like both, you know, the mayor's office and the BCSO may not feel 100% confident in answering on, right? But I also don't think, on the flip side, like I said, it's fair to leave them completely in the dark.
I'm going to tell you right now, we don't have all the answers.
That is also true. Like I said, we weren't brought into this as high command. We were brought into this as TRT. We were being led. We weren't leading, you know? So I don't even fully know everything. That makes sense?
That does. We can scrap the idea, but me personally, I feel that it's not fair on the general public to be just completely left.
I agree.
Dark.
But the problem isn't what happened. The problem's the procedure leading up to what happened. That's what failed.
Yeah.
The situation had to happen, and what happened was inevitably going to happen. The issue is what we did, what the Marshals did before it happened, right? That's the problem here.
Korean food is the best. I would recommend you probably want to talk to your other mayor, and I think probably leave us to discuss a bit. Maybe we could follow up, because it give us an opportunity for us to discuss some matters that we can't discuss directly with you at this time, right? Yep.
I'll if you'd I'm not the dog, so I can't see the door, but I do appreciate you guys' time, and thank you very much for.
We appreciate you, sir.
Absolutely.
All right. Have a good rest of your day, guys.
I hate this so much. Like, I wish some people could see a bigger picture, because obviously they can't know everything, right? But just to leave the rest of the city in the dark is fucking gross to me.
It's fucked up. It is so wrong on so many levels. And I'm pissed off at myself for not thinking that would happen in advance. I should have thought about that.
You know, I'm going to say something that's kind of Peter-esque, if that's okay with you, Stevie.
Yeah, go ahead.
We used to have something back in the day where criminals would do advance, and the advance didn't matter. And it feels like that's what happened. Where,
wait, what's an event?
well, it's kind of like they used to call it back in the day where something would occur, but then the rest of it didn't matter. It only mattered to the isolated, and it kind of feel like we just did a payday event. And even though like it went so fucking good, to exclude the mayors, the judges, and then just to fuck off is so fucking nasty. I don't even know what to say. I mean, at the bare minimum, be like, listen, there was a threat. It's been handled. Whatever you want to say. Like, it ain't even like, you know, you can come up with some shit, right? But just say like, no, nobody else needs to know. Like, as if everyone ain't going to know anyways. We got fucking leaks up the wazoo. Someone's going to be like, yo, we got shotties. Ain't like, we ain't waving that shit around already. Like, damn.
You know, I'm going to say it. Controversial fucking take. A lot of people in this city no longer give a fuck about the people around them. All people care about is themselves and their own result.
I agree. That's exactly
sickening. It is sickening. We should be encouraging everyone around us to flourish.
Yep. I want to talk about a bigger matter too. And keep in mind, I ain't gonna act, you know, on any of these impulses. Those Darkstone guys asked us to do something. We were told that. Does Stevie know about this? The McNulty shit? Well, I'm gonna say it anyway.
She can. I don't know if she does.
Yeah. So we were approached. I think it was like the day after.
Well, you should just go sit. I'm gonna grab a drink from my cooler right here.
Myself and Frost got pulled in a room about like 2 days after I became captain. I think it was like 4 days ago now, something like that. And truthfully, most of this kind of got buried because McNulty hadn't been around. And we were told directly that we need to. Oh, it was the day of the debrief for this Darkstone shit. And we were told that McNulty has been an issue. And mind you, myself and Ross kind of already knew that McNulty was kind of doing, let's just say, acting a little strange. Not out of the norm, but like we had noticed he was in Vinewood Hills. I forgot what the reason is. Frost had pointed it out because we're like looking at units for something. And then we had the Bolingbrook case where there was like a shootout in there and like someone had holed up in one of the cells. And towards the end of it, people were like breaking off to something. It turned out to be some like shit believed to have been the Faceless and there's a VIP, the one that made the blueprints for this whole shit or whatever. And so it was a bit of a shit show because how do I put this? Like there was this VIP. We were having trouble acquiring it, and this is my personal opinion, having observed, like, I was on the radio and shit, is that we had already named, like, individuals that we believe to have been involved, including Brandon Valentino and Benji Ramos, right? There, and like, Ray Romanoff, because there was, like, someone had gone down somewhere or whatever. Anyways, we had, like, suspect number 1 and 2 fucking on Great Ocean. Not fucking on Great Ocean, but they were in Great Ocean. We took 15 minutes to decide whether to do a felony stop on it. And I was already just like, what the fuck is going on? Right? If these guys are fucking involved, this ain't no like fucking cash exchange. It's no speeding ticket. Ain't no warrant. This is some serious shit, but whatever. We chase for a while. We get redirected to McNulty because like, you know, he had pulled us in that direction. And I was already kind of like, what the fuck you doing, McNulty? Whatever. But fast forward, we now are speaking with Opal and Maxwell and Doc and the Marshals. What had happened is that McNulty apparently had just come across these things and over radio comms, over ATC, some Darkstone pilot said something to him and he said some shit back. Like, it was like, man, you guys like, you know, something about like, man, you guys can't even take out litter birds or something like that. Like he tried to like, he'd said some big dicky comment, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, it was kind of cheeky, and these guys got pussy, and they told the Marshals and CID that they were going to stop working with us.
Because of a comment like that.
Yeah. Now,
Huh.
having taken this in and having been given responsibility to deal with it, I came in what I believe to be very fairly. Even if I had some issues with what McNulty had done, like prior to this, I wanted to hear his side. And I asked him, and I looked at him straight, and I told him one thing that I always tell everybody is, I hate a liar. And if you're going to work in my shift, you cannot lie to me. If you fuck up, that's okay. We can work through that. But if I can't trust you, then you can't be here. And I said, tell me what happened. He told me that he was like in Vinewood, like looking for moonshine stills or some shit. And I think that was a bit of a white lie, if I'm going to be honest. But he opened up and said, I saw some very particular individuals, Brandon Valentino, fucking Benji Ramos, etc., like a hodgepodge of folks in some area in Vinewood. And he didn't know what he was looking at. And he said, truthfully, I didn't know. It was just kind of just like strange. So I got interested and I kind of monitored. And that eventually led to me in Air One running into these choppers, and then all these things happened. And he, on his own accord, given that interaction, told Opal directly that he said some shit to Darkstone and they didn't seem happy. I then convinced him to apologize to Darkstone. McNulty. Now, you probably know him well enough. This guy's not like, he ain't someone
do that.
but he agreed to do it. And yesterday, I don't know if you noticed his comms, he's extra communicative. That was his way of like mildly lashing
maliciously
out.
compliant.
Yeah.
It was malicious compliance, but I also get it to some
Yeah.
extent.
And honestly, I thought it was healthy. I'll say good. That's a good fucking job, because we both agreed, because I agree too, is that's some fucking pussy shit. You know what I mean? Imagine being a part of this fucking military corps and like you're fucking, you know, you're being a fucking pussy because someone said like some small shit. Like, what the fuck? So that's the background, right? Today, myself and the sheriff here approached whoever their head honcho was. We're like, look, we talked to our sheriff, or we talked to our deputy, and we told him, you know, like he can come apologize. And now he's like, oh, I don't need apology. He just needs to know. Like, what did he say? What do you say there?
He was like, yeah, he don't need to apologize. So I said, so you folded?
And
Big military man
Right.
folded.
and he goes, excuse me, and then fucking he gets on the phone and walks off. And he started continuing saying some shit, and he ended up like walking off and goes, y'all need to know it was kind of like, you need to know your place type shit, cop, right? Like, we're here to save San Andreas. And
Right, but we are doing that day in, day out. So
Exactly.
it works on a mutual level, and they have to respect us. We respect that, and part of the way that we do respect each other is we have a bit of banter.
yeah,
Like nothing that has been said should be so insulting that you would stop working with us cause of it.
and if you really wanted San Andreas in place, right? Like, I mean, if that was a concern of yours, then why not, like, you know, why throw a fit over this? So where I'm going with all this is, look, I'm gonna be real. I don't know if who's to say with all those cameras around that these motherfuckers didn't leak this shit themselves.
I mean, they didn't know. Okay, they didn't know all those cameras were placed. So that means did they expect us to OPSEC the entire area?
Yeah, or they allowed it to get placed themselves.
Or they knew and it wasn't as maybe they wanted some retaliation.
I mean, I'm hoping that there was a thorough background check, because we even deputized this private military today, and I don't think the LSPD are that negligent to do that without having thorough background checks and
They
security
did.
checks and
LSPD
stuff,
didn't do the
and-
background check. The Marshals did.
Oh well, in that case, yeah, they probably all fucking not. Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
Then
Yeah.
we're fucked.
We are Just as
What
the
if the
LSPD is,
marshals are
we're
on the
just
fucking
assuming.
faceless side?
No, I don't think it's that deep.
I don't think there's enough of them to even be useful if there is.
True, they wouldn't be a good asset to have. I'll tell you what.
Listen, all I'm saying is private military, that shit always goes sideways. And what if it's their decision not to tell the government? You know what I mean? What if their fucking plan is to take this fucking shit from us with the marshals? But I ain't trying to go too deep in it. I'm just saying I'm kind of planting that seed. You know?
No. Okay. Right. We have like, you know, fire starters. We have the faceless. Do we actually know what any of these guys like specifically want? Or
Well,
are
the
we
fire-
just vague
so
over the
The
over
fire
stuff?
starters are apparently doing this because of corruption within the government.
Cool.
And I think the faceless just want to fuck shit up. They're just like terrorists, right? That's what I know about both of them.
So we're fighting entities that are just kind of not quite sure themselves what they want to get at the end of this.
I think so.
Okay. All right.
Hey, side note, Misha was in ICU, like in the ICU room, looking after one of their friends. That with the fire starter shit that happened and the timing of it, that shit's fucking sus. Please tell me I wasn't the only one to notice that.
No, you're
didn't
right. It is
notice,
sus.
no.
His entire
now
chest
you
is
say
covered
it,
in
it is.
bandages. All right. Well, Sheriff, what do you want to do here? This
In what
whole shit.
sense?
Well, I mean, the mayor said he wants something, right?
Put out a statement. Twist it into a good thing.
I think the mayor needs to learn how to fight his own battles from time to time.
Fair.
Yep. I think he's leaning on us, though. Okay,
But
counter.
he needs to stop. We are a service.
Yep.
We aren't here to do his job for him. Just like when he asked me to go to that fucking
Oh,
arbitration,
true.
and I said the same. I said, Mayor, I'm a neutral political entity. Like, fair enough, I'm not a politician, but in the position I am, it is a political position, and I have to remain very neutral. But that doesn't mean that I don't support him. It just means that he's a big boy and he needs to handle shit on his own, and I can't do that for him. Otherwise, he's never going to.
I think you need to tell him that directly, to be honest. And I think you're right.
Yeah.
He would be, I would even add that he would be compromising our ability to watch over his best interests if we put our face up first. Because the moment, even what we're talked about in here, and this is why, you know, I just wanted to express it, so I'm not expressing it out there, is because even a whiff of that might piss off the LSPD, even if it's right.
And that's
right.
why
It
I
might
need
take him
to,
the wrong way.
Well, he
I
has
need-
the opportunity
I need.
to.
The thing is this is right? We can advise him, but I can advise him in a way that makes me politically neutral across departments. But if I get involved and start using my voice on behalf of him, that's when I lose my neutrality. Right?
Yes, and he has a really good opportunity right now to politic the hell out of this and basically say that he knew what was going on and he's really proud of us, etc., and make it into a positive spin if he so wants to.
All right. Well, shit. Yo, 37 alphas. Are we having that combo today? Because it might be too late soon.
Why would it be too late soon? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we need LSPD, right? I don't know what happened.
Well, I thought you was at the meeting.
No, I mean, we were just showing a fucking picture of like there are too many.
So
Oh.
okay, I spoke to someone after the fact.
Ooh.
We need to meet with
Oh,
Turner
hell
about
yeah.
this.
Then they said that it wasn't that complicated, and it was the case of they had 5 interference. So if you do the math, it's something like that equals to something like 14 units on scene. That's units, not people. So if everyone is doubled up, that's 30 plus people.
No, because my argument here is there was 21 people on that freeway.
Right.
So there's 3 pictures, right? The first one is there's 21 people on that freeway. Which even if everyone
Do you have the photos have
yeah, with interference, right? That makes 6 plus.
Stick my hand in your pocket.
6 plus what? Fucking 5 times 2, 10, 16. That makes 16 units, right?
Shit.
So there's 21 units on the freeway. And then there was 1 interference vehicle, right? A white Ferrari GT that was being boxed. No interference there. There was 11 units on that scene for 1 interference vehicle. And then there was only 8 assigned units to the dispatch call. And then when someone said the same as you, well, units were doubled up, I went straight to dispatch. There was only 2 units doubled up. Now, whether units were doubled up or not, we can't prove that unless people do their fucking job and use dispatch.
So they do it, yeah.
So, in my eyes, there was only 2 units doubled up. And if anyone wants to try to tell me otherwise, it's like, okay, well, you failed your basics as a fucking officer to use dispatch. Well done. You won an argument by telling me you didn't do your job properly. Good fucking shit. Like, either way, they're done.
I love when he's really good when he locks in. And he's paying attention. Like on point.
The thing is that, okay, realistically, I know it's an armored vehicle, but if we found anything other than floor cleaner at this point?
No,
I'm worried. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. Actually, you know, the safe room. You know, back in the day, I was one of the handful of leads that followed something very similar. And there is a part of me that's very concerned that we think this is more than it is without knowing what it is.
I'm on the same wavelength as you.
There's that, and there's people who are excited because it's a new thing.
Yeah, I don't.
Yep, agreed.
I mean, I'm going to put it forward. I think we should lower the units.
Yep. I think we came to the agreement in the small high command meeting we had before everyone was around that we need to put a hard cap on every single fucking response. And that's the only way that we can fix it. We need to actually take this conversation to Turner now.
Agreed.
And get this out the way. Give me a sec. Let me call his fucking smog head. Hey, how we doing, Chief? Howdy.
Hey.
Are you free for a conversation with? So I've got my high command here. I was wondering if you could wrangle your high command up and we could have a quick chat about unit response numbers.